But my credit card statement did take a hit this week. I'm staying inside today. I'm not counting the cash. In fact, I'm gonna go buy myself some flowers with cash. Welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Clara, and I have been absolutely hemorrhaging money, which is ironic to say with a to-go coffee in my hand, but this was actually free because I pay for this coffee club subscription, so I guess it's like not free, but I get to $6 credit at certain coffee shops every single day, and it's 25 bucks a month. So in theory, if you go every single day, you definitely get your money's worth, and I need to be better about getting my money's worth out of this membership that I have, or I need to just cancel it. But I looked at my bank statements for this week in particular, and today I'm having a low to no spend day. I'm gonna give myself, let's say $25. $25 because I know I need to go get groceries, so we'll need a little money for that. Coffee will count as free, but I did tip $1 in cash. Does cash count? In my mind, cash doesn't really count, but that's also a toxic mentality to have. So far, I'm $1 in the hole. Maybe there's gonna be like a tracker or something, but I need to have a low spend day because I planned a girls trip this week. It's gonna be the best girls trip ever. I'm going to London with my friend Mary. It's going to be iconic, but it was very expensive for the hotel and the accommodation. I love Mary so dearly, and I love her enough to know that she often wants her own hotel room. So we're not splitting a hotel room, which means at the hotel, like, we got 2 rooms in the same place instead of sharing 1 hotel room. That's how Mary likes to travel, and I'm a good friend. But my credit card statement did take a hit this week. Planning that trip, Polly had to go to the emergency vet again. She went to the vet at like 2 a.m. 2 nights ago. That was so fun. Polly's my pet bunny, if you don't know. So anyways, moral of the story, I'm staying inside today. If I'm not inside, it better be a free activity. If you're curious, this is just a cold brew with cream because I went in there with full intention to get like a fun fall bev, and in my mind that sounded like a dirty chai. The dirty chai was $11, which means that I would have had to pay $5 extra on top of my free coffee subscription for the dirty chai. And you know what? I just didn't want the dirty chai that bad. So this is a cold brew with cream from the Daily. Speaking of groceries, I just went through my entire pantry and fridge situation. There's so much I need to clean out, but I do have some things that are still within date that I can definitely make use of. I have some baby spinach, I have some dill, some green onions, I have a couple citrus, I see 2 cucumbers, and then I have standard like pantry things like quinoa, white rice, bunch of sauces and ingredients like that. So I just made a quick little grocery list and menu for the rest of the weekend. It's Friday right now, so Friday and Saturday and into Sunday. And I tried to use up those ingredients and like leverage the things that I already have, obviously. I do think I'm going to already exceed my $25 budget, but you know what? Hey, I'm trying. On the menu are rotisserie chicken Greek bowls, which are really good. I have practically everything I need for that except for the rotisserie chicken itself and some romaine, which Polly also needs romaine, so we can share. But then I'm gonna do a chicken pad thai because I have some pad thai noodles, I have some cashews already, I have peanut butter, I have the green onion like I said, so that's gonna be an easy pad thai. I also have egg. I'll need to grab a red bell pepper and lime for that. And then I'm also going to do some Korean chicken meatball rice bowls. So I'll split some ground chicken between the chicken pad thai and then those chicken meatballs. And I think I already have, yeah, get Korean barbecue sauce, so I can do that. And then I also need to get some cilantro, and I found a recipe with this fun like cucumber radish, which I also randomly have a couple radishes that I think are so good. But I found a fun recipe for the Korean chicken meatball rice bowls, even though I could totally just freestyle that. But they do this little salad with cilantro and cucumber and Asian pear, and it just looks so good. So if I have Asian pear, I'm gonna get that. Otherwise, I don't really need that. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. But since I'm getting ground chicken and a rotisserie chicken, I already know that alone is gonna be like 20 bucks at Whole Foods. So I'm definitely gonna go over, but I feel like I'm getting the least amount of groceries possible. I love when they have the local flowers here, and this is extremely tempting, but I think I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's for flowers, even though I'm already wildly over budget. But look at how beautiful they are. Like, they just never have this kind of stuff here. This is all local. The last rotisserie chicken. It is my lucky day. Well, maybe we should already erase the tracker that's in the corner of the screen, because that was $30. So now I'm $31. But you know what? I'm not counting the cash. In fact, I'm gonna go buy myself some flowers with cash. Cash doesn't count. Some eucalyptus for my entryway. I'm hoping that makes it kind of fragrant when you first walk in. And then I just got a big bunch of tulips. I think there was 12 total, maybe 14 or 15 total. But I have some for the coffee table, guest room, guest bath, and then the kitchen. Here I think I bought the world's tiniest rotisserie chicken. If you can see the size of that next to my hand. But I'm gonna pull off all of the meat while it's still warm. So I feel like it's easier when you do that. And then I'm actually gonna cook lunch in like an hour or two, but I just wanna do this while it's still hot. I've been doing sort of like a laundry marathon today. I have at least 5 loads of laundry. If I can do more, that would be great, but I have at least 5. But I'm traveling this weekend, starting on Sunday actually, so I'm making sure that the house is clean for my pet sitter. So I have the guest room all made up. Did this a couple days ago actually, but that's why I prioritized putting flowers in here. Just clean the living room, kind of all moved around. I just got a furniture delivery this week actually, and I had to move all the furniture out of the way in here so that they could carry it through. And I just put everything back together. So got my flowers. I actually need to clean all of the like petals and stuff from the last arrangement. I don't know if I like this silver plate thing going on here. I guess I do. No, I don't think I do. Let's just move that in general. It kind of reflects weird. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what to do with this now. Sure, that's fine for now. I'll clean that later. And then this is the very real, very raw, unedited state of my office right now. I feel like my office just becomes a dumping ground because it's just so easy to throw my packages in, but that's actually the reason that I like to have my office clean when I have a pet sitter, because it's a clear spot for them to just bring in like any PR or packages or mailers or anything that I get. I just tell them to put them in this room. So I will need to tackle this later today. I am such a big FaceTimer throughout the day. I just had a call with Francesca actually, and we caught up for like 2 hours. And that's when I cleaned the kitchen. Like I really scrubbed the kitchen, put the dining room back in order, put the living room back in order. But I was on the phone with her, and now I'm gonna make lunch. It is 1:30. Oh, AT&T's texting me about the new iPhone. Don't they know I'm not trying to spend money today? Learn how you can get it for $0. Maybe they do know I'm not trying to spend money today. When you trade in your iPhone 16 Pro in any condition. I have the iPhone 16 Pro. Wait a minute. I need to make lunch. Let me get my computer for the recipe so I can show you. Where did I put my computer? Okay. This recipe is one from Define Dish, but it's also the type of recipe that like you don't necessarily need a recipe to throw this together. It helps if you're not a freestyling type of gal. It is called the Easy Greek-inspired rotisserie chicken bowls from the definedish.com, and I'm really only following the instructions for the chicken. So for the chicken, you obviously take the meat off of the bird, and then you heat a skillet over medium heat with some olive oil or avocado oil, whatever you want to use, and then you add the chicken. Just this like spice mix that you make. It's cumin, paprika, garlic powder, cayenne, salt, and pepper, and you kind of mix all of the shredded rotisserie chicken with these spices and the oil and heat it back up, and it gives more flavor to otherwise plain rotisserie chicken. So that's what I like about this recipe, is because I never thought to do that with rotisserie chicken before I saw this. And then the rest of it is just, you know, cherry tomatoes, red onions, olives, sliced romaine lettuce, feta cheese, some rice. I'm actually gonna do quinoa, so let me get that going right now. But it's just the chicken, your toppings, and you can even do like a store-bought tzatziki. She has a recipe to make somewhat of a tzatziki herself, but it is a tzatziki. I don't know why I said somewhat, but anyways, I just like this recipe because I never thought to use, like when I think of rotisserie chicken, I think of just like bland, plain rotisserie chicken, but I really like this one because you're like seasoning it after the fact, and then the oil kind of keeps the moisture. It's not too dried out. Well, it turns out I don't have cayenne, so I'm gonna do some chipotle powder instead. Well, why did I put that back in the cabinet? I was wondering why I had 2 paprikas. Thank goodness. few hours later now, the sun has set. I'm trying not to think about the fact that the sun is gonna set even earlier in a couple weeks, but I did break down all of my cardboard. Well, the majority of my cardboard that was in here. Still have some stuff to put away on the chair, but now I have to answer to the consequences of my actions, which is cardboard mountain and laundry mountain, which is currently on my bed right now. Dun, dun, dun. Wish me luck. Now look, I know what some of you are thinking by that last angle. You're probably thinking, pink bedding? What the heck has happened? Some of you probably already called for a wellness check on me, but don't worry, I'm changing to pink bedding. I thought that it was gonna be fun, especially with the art that I showed in the last video, but then watch my last video, you know that the art kind of went downhill after I saw some things in it. So I think I'm gonna return the pink bedding and exchange it. I'm actually just gonna put this like light tan that I had. I just washed it. Actually, it's right here. I'm gonna put that back on. The pink is just not I. It's not me. It's not for me. It would be really pretty in like certain settings and certain homes. It's just not doing it for me. So don't worry. This is just a phase, and the phase is gonna be over as soon as I finish folding Laundry Mountain. If I ever finish folding Laundry Mountain. I will say the good thing about my house being so small, well, specifically my bedroom being so small, is that I don't have room in the corner of my bedroom for like the typical like laundry chair, you know? I have one in the guest bedroom that sometimes I will adopt, but I try my best to keep my laundry and like my belongings out of the guest bedroom and like off of that bed, because that would just spiral really quickly. In fact, it has spiraled really quickly in the past, so I try not to like just go dump things on that bed when I'm in a situation like tonight and like probably want to just like push this all to the side and sleep under my laundry. But the pro of my bedroom being so small and not having that chair is that I'm forced to fold it instead of sleeping on top of it or just tossing it into another room or on the chair. And this would be why I should be the last on your list to ask for recommendations of where to go out in Charleston, because Friday night and I'm steaming my shower curtain. And now we are one step closer to world peace, as I have my neutral sad beige baby bedroom back. Ever since organizing my pajama drawer like this, like I rolled up each of my sets together so I can just grab one. I've been wearing matching pajamas way more frequently because it's just so easy to grab one. I will say that every so often I'm gonna need to kind of like switch around what ones are on top and what ones are on bottom, because I'm really just like grabbing the ones on top right now. So let me dig deep for my set tonight. But it's just so convenient to have them all organized like this. I used to like fold them together and then stack them, but something about the rolling, I just grab a little Tootsie Roll every night. I pretty much know what every single one is, obviously, because I'm the one that bought them, but I have this little UGG set that I think I got at Nordstrom like years ago randomly. I think it's UGG. Yeah, like how odd is that? But it's so comfy. It's just like a random Nordstrom purchase. In anticipation of seasonal depression, I have been doubling down on my like evening bedtime shower and like body care routine. It's like less seasonal depression as it is like my hoarding tendencies that I'm trying to work through. Early 2000s, not even early 2000s, I was born in the early 2000s, but like 2010s to like 2015 YouTube of all of the makeup collections, you know, the little plastic drawers from Target filled with all of the different baby lips and like Maybelline stuff. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like that era gave me hoarding tendencies, or it unlocked hoarding tendencies that were lying dormant within me. And now that coupled with the industry that I've found myself in, where I get like samples of product and like new launches and stuff, it's a slippery slope. If you saw how much stuff I have under my sink right now for no good reason, like I'm like, oh, this smells good, so I'll put it under there, and then I don't actually use it. And I'm like, girl, you have to put the lotion on, you have to put the leave-in treatments in your hair. Like, first of all, why wouldn't you? You might look like a goddess. They might not do anything, but in the off chance they do, you're kind of stupid for not using it. But I also am just like overwhelmed overwhelmed whenever I open cabinets and stuff that have so many products, and I need to just use them up in general. So I've really doubled down on just a 25-step night routine. I've heard really good things about this, and I've made a pretty good dent in it. I just finished, actually, let me show you some of my empties, and let me get rid of my loose hairs. This is what I usually use as my leave-in. I've been saving my empties because I need to make a video, but I might just consider this the video. I finished this. This stuff is amazing. The Unite 7 Seconds. Will I buy it again? Yes, I love it, but I do want to work through other stuff that I have. So love that. Another empty, The Ordinary Rose Hip Seed Oil. Love this stuff. Amazing. Very affordable. Great. Just like generic all over face oil. The Fresh, none of this is focused. Sorry. The Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This stuff is great. That is empty. What else do I have? Is that it? 3 things. I have like a couple things that are like about to be empty, and I'm so excited because I'm just excited to not, you know, that old what was it, like a Tupperware commercial where the woman dramatically opens one, please tell me someone knows what I'm talking about. She opens one of her cabinets and all of like the lids and everything just like fall onto her. That's what it's like when I open my bathroom, like medicine cabinet and the sink. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go drink my cucumber mojito mocktail and read my book.